Welcome back to Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass. This is Grandma Party.
I'm the voice of dog.
Hey man, thanks for coming back and finishing this off with me.
We've come full circle, huh?
It's so big. I know the timer only says 25 hours, but there's been no wasted time in this run because I ran everything first and then filmed the optimal path.
Feels like a lot more than 25 hours, honestly.
I think my timer's 31, but my Steam timer says 100. We're not gonna talk about the time we left it on overnight a couple times.
Right, of course.
Well, we defeated the Pulsating Mass, and now we're back in our house.
Post-game.
Post-game. Why do people make post-game?
I don't know. In RPGs in general, why is it such a big deal?
It's always painful.
It usually is, yeah. It's usually, I feel like post-game in a lot of games is what they originally designed the game to be like, in general, and then they were like, we gotta tone it down, but we want some part of that game to remain in some sense.
Yeah, but it's for optimization and grinding and number crunching.
And they know that would be super unpleasant to have an entire game be around. That's what I like to think, at least. It could just be wishful thinking on my part.
Moon, baby. I'm not going in that door yet. Nothing good's in that door.
I like this, being able to mess with your party now.
That's always been one of my favorite things in games. It's just wandering around talking to people in their everyday life. Did you ever play the Suikoden games?
No, but I've seen Smite play some of them. They seem very deep.
They're super chill. They're my favorites. I was hoping we'd get through this without more Hitomi, but we won't.
Hey, if you want her back in your party, you can do that.
She's gonna come back, but only when I have to.
Only when you have to.
I like that nobody's hanging out in Lars's room. Not even Lars. That is not a good power.
At least Moon Baby is useful. Please do not shake Moon Baby.
This is the wrong LP for not shaking Moon Baby.
Oh, darn it. How did this happen?
I don't care if your baby gets gassy. We're making her strong.
Oh, there's only one character left.
Yes.
That's right.
Back from the dead. My real older brother. Oh, I'm so happy he's back. Out of everyone here, Helga number 1, Punch Tanaka number 2.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I think I would probably put Andrew maybe a third.
Yeah. And then everyone else.
They're all pretty close to one another, honestly.
Moon Baby dead last. No one is saying thank God Moon Baby's here.
Not even Lars.
It's just kind of like, you shouldn't be here, Moon Baby.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Hey, Jimmy.
Mm-mm. I feel for this bear. I just don't like him yet. You put on more guilt than Grandma.
We can still be friends.
That is so much passive-aggressive guilt right there.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's a little bit. Like, hey, I want to be a part of your life again. You don't feel guilty or anything if you don't do that.
Oh, thank God, we've got a full group of friends. Oh, dude. Come on, bear. That is not cool. So at this point in the game, you've got to exit through this closet. You do not want to go through the front door for reasons I'm not doing until the very end of this LP.
We're not there yet.
We got shit to do.
Game's not over.
We got a lot of things to finish off. We'll do most of them here. Okay, so I've never gone here during the game, but this is normally where you find out where the super bosses are, or the optional bosses are.
Right. This guy just lists them off for you.
Yeah, he's like, there's some weird shit going down in the Giant's Garden or in Sacred Lantern or wherever. And this is a huge boon because that thing is 50,000 dungeon points normally.
Oh.
So you only get that if you beat all the optional bosses that aren't in the heart prison. Damn.
Are you an anomaly?
Mm-mm. I know this baby at my house, though. You want to go take a look?
There's a pretty anomalous baby at my house right now. Can you check that out?
Part of me wishes is that Hitomi had just laid a giant egg. You go, okay, this is so much better. Like, it would make the relationship between her and Lars a little bit easier to stomach, because you go, okay, nothing bad happened here. She's got a cloaca. It's fine.
It's just like further demonstrating that Jimmy knows nothing about relationships.
Pretty much.
That's what the whole Hitomi thing told me, honestly. Like, I saw a lot of people like really getting up about that whole scene, and I kind of just sat back from that and just went, Jimmy doesn't know shit about how people get together. He has no frame of reference for anything aside from his parents, who seem to have a pretty good relationship. That's not the point. He doesn't know how people meet in the real world, and he doesn't know how they interact.
That's true. I forgot something here. Cad said this is her favorite thing in the game. I have to get it. Also, it's part of the music set, which we're going to need in a second.
Staff paper. Oh, neat. I don't know if I ever got that.
There is, if you complete the music set, you get a 20% steal bonus, and we're going after the hardest item in the game.
Oh, I think I know what you mean.
Oh, yeah. It'll come up.
That's a good one.
It's great. So we're also at the point, I got everything to pretty much level 50, so we have all these things to play with.
I see you got Phoenix to like 40. That's great.
I really wanted some of her bonus skills, so why not?
Yeah, at this point, you are quite powerful. In fact, I don't understand some of the ways in which you've broken this game.
There's apparently 3 or 4 builds that you can just break it.
Yeah, I was a fan of the perpetual motion machine and bird combo. Not record bird, not firebird. Sorry.
Yeah. No, Juggernaut and Sharp Claws and Eradicator Ray is a great one, and I'm going to show that off here.
Oh yeah, this fight was brutal. This took me several tries.
Well, we're also level 91.
Yes. I don't know what level I was at when I did this, but it took me a while.
I was going to say, I think you were somewhere in the 70s.
Nice.
I mean, just throw on some jams, you just wander around, and kill some stuff.
This is one of those, I mean, as far as super bosses go, when it's like, you know, against 5 people, you need to know who to take out first. That's really important.
Absolutely. Well, they're all physical. So I threw on the counterattack, and I threw on all the physical attack I could. So every time Jimmy gets hit, he'll smack him back, and he hits like a train.
Nice.
It's good to see them all back together.
Yeah.
But real quick, back to Hitomi, it's pretty clear that there are different depths of characters between the people that Jimmy made up and the people that are actually in real life, because Punch and Hitomi are definitely two-dimensional.
Yeah. You mean like they weren't based on real people, they're just his imagination.
Right.
Yeah, I could see that totally. A lot of people seem to think that Punch is based on someone he knows in real life, but I always got a cool guy, generic cool guy that he has never met.
Yeah, pretty much. I think Casey confirmed it was just the coolest thing Jimmy could think of. Sunglasses and pompadour and motorcycles and leather jacket and snaps.
Mm-hmm. God, I can't believe you said you might get Casey on a future episode, huh?
Yep, but he's only giving me 5 questions.
Well, use them well.
I mean, I've got to burn one on determining whether that rock is a tooth. I have to know.
Of course.
She knows what she did. I was going to say, is there anything you would want to ask him? He will not answer plot questions, though.
I'm pretty good, honestly. I'm curious to see what people ask, though. I'm curious to see what he says.
Same.
Oh, you got Buck instead of Lars. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, Lars is dead weight. So With Juggernaut, we're hitting for what the bird would have hit in a single person. We're hitting everybody.
Jesus.
Yeah. And so long as you take out Windsor, the fight's much easier.
Oh, really? I left him last.
You know, if you switch to an offensive stance, they'll sometimes get more attacks in.
Okay.
But they are far from helpless, even with this being this overleveled.
No, this is still a really hard fight. You made this look ridiculously easy.
Yeah, but...
Jimmy beat up some adults!
Get him! That's one of the other things I like. Post-game, you're wandering around as Jimmy. You're self-actualized at this point.
Yeah.
And the Knight's emblem is amazing. Huge stat buff, half MP for everything.
Oh, man. Can't remember if I used that.
It's not a concern at this point because you have MP for days and money's unlimited. But I'm going to try to do the Dark Dungeon in one go.
Yeah, you're doing that this weekend, huh?
Yeah, it's going to be a shit show.
Nice. I'll probably tune in for some of that.
You're welcome to come hang out.
Yeah.
Miss Robin's back.
Oh. I didn't know she changes her inventory.
She gives you some endgame stuff. Do not buy the Friendship Stone.
I didn't know about this. Man.
I just kind of stumbled on it. Also, we've had Timothy Mouse in our back pocket for like 3 hours.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, Jimmy, no, that's not a good time to say that. Wait a second. Why does she have a Rad Ghost poster on her wall?
And an information guide poster.
I mean, maybe she's a wildlife photographer. Wait a second. Who else is a photographer we know? It's you.
Yes, true.
Yeah, see?
These look like places from all over the game, I guess. Oh, these are all the postcards we've been sending.
Oh, geez, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even put that together. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. This is getting real heavy.
Timothy did ask us at some point, like, do you think I'm like my dad? And we had no reason to say yes, but he still asked us.
I mean, whose fault is it here? Is it Dad or is it Janet, that homewrecker?
Oh, it's definitely Janet's fault. Absolutely.
I agree.
Tore the family apart.
If we saw Timothy Mouse in a teeny tiny Speedo with also a Janet, he would be like his dad. I'm just saying.
Mouse family has been through a lot.
Yeah, they got a hard rap.
It's kind of a good parallel to Jimmy's family almost.
I can see that.
I could see Mouse family being a family that Jimmy knows, because they don't feel like a just one-off thing, or they don't feel like made-up characters to me.
No, they're surprisingly deep for NPCs. And that's one other thing Casey did, is he actually makes me care about these characters. And like most RPGs, I don't care. You're like, oh, you're going to say one thing. Great.
Yeah, these little sprites have a bit of personality in them. There's some very good writing here.
We have not met Bethany.
No, Bethany's the third child.
She is. She was the teeny tiny mouseling.
Yeah.
So if it turns out if you shake Timothy during the entire game, he calls you a jerk here.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Is that why you never shook him?
Mm-mm. I would never do it. He's too good for this world. Also, he comes from a frail line of mouses.
Right. Yeah, we don't want to kill more of this family.
Oh, now I'm sad.
You got a silver Jimmy.
Nice. I mean, don't have anywhere to put it, but same text until this point. This is what being a good friend's about. You talk to them even though you know what they're gonna say.
Oh.
$200,000 saved.
What does the friendship stone do?
That is something I'm gonna do very last, because if you take it to the club in Shinryu, you can see some scenes.
Okay. I think I may know what that is.
Yeah, there's like 8 different scenes.
Okay.
Oof. Bethany. And Mrs. Mouse. You can turn into the flower here and go visit them, but it was little gauche.
It's fine. We know where they are.
Yeah. We can visit them in other ways. There's one thing left here too.
Oh yeah?
There is one last memory dungeon.
Oh, we never went here?
Mm-mm. Never went to the last mirror.
Last mirror.
There is a mirror in Punch Tanaka's bedroom.
Yeah, I forget where that goes.
We're gonna find out in just a second. There we go.
Yep. Better top off.
I mean, we can destroy anything at this point in time, but still. And I love the touches here. Just like, who's gonna come back here to visit the mirror?
Well, once you know about the mirrors.
It's true, but it's not something I normally remember.
Oh, yeah, this.
It's a little dated.
Yeah, he was still mad about, Scary Dog.
Dogs get a bad rap in this game. Yeah, compared to everyone else's memory dungeon, 1, he's not fuzzy, and 2, he's really just still 2-dimensional.
Yeah.
I still like him.
I never thought of that.
Trying to think. Oh, there is another treasure we can get now. It's just more music. But I'm just going around clearing everything. We're tying up all the loose ends.
That's fine. It's about that time in the LP.
Yeah, I'll miss it, but it's about that time to be done.
What would you say is, now that we've done pretty much all of them, what was your favorite dungeon or nightmare dungeon?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I honestly like the symmetrical cavern a lot.
I feel like symmetrical and asymmetrical cavern are both really good. I think the asymmetrical cavern is the one that gets me the most. Yeah,
it was great design, even though the boss was just terrible.
Yeah, it's a tricky boss to fight. It's frustrating.
I just said, I'm coming in here with alarm clocks. We're going to die a whole bunch, but eventually one of us is going down.
Yeah, that's how I got him eventually. It was kind of hard.
And then a Beazel's dungeon is one that kind of stuck with me. Oh, and Turnbuckle's dungeon.
Yes. Yeah, that was also excellent. I really liked Capitalism dungeon, where you had to be rich to get in, and then had to fight, a growing interest rate. It was kind of too deep for an 8-year-old. Yeah, it's like, how does he know about all that? It was just buried in the back of his head somewhere. I thought it was really clever, though. It was funny. It was. It hit a little too close to home. And then he has the audacity to lecture you about being a small man to a child. He says to a child, "You'll never understand what it's like to be small." Oh, little child with cancer. Bless. Cart that smokes, half smoked. Smoked. Do you smoke each one down halfway, or do you smoke your way through the pack? I mean, that's how I do it, because I'm still smoking, but not so much that I quit already. You haven't hopped on the vape train, have you? No, I did for a while, but I couldn't stay on it. Here's hoping for you if you do decide to quit. Yeah. You're an adult, you do what you want. I'm not your mom. That's true. So what kind of sets we got here?
I was rolling with Pixel Set just to get all the extra XP.
Oh, okay. But now we're in power mode.
We're in power mode. The additional stats won't do that much for me. And then one of the things I love about staff paper that Cad pointed out is it contains half of a song said to cure baldness, and it was in the Helga dungeon.
Oh my god.
Yeah, adorable.
Yeah, that's really good. Was he, excuse me, was he bald, Andrew, in the,
No, he had this beautiful afro.
That's great.
It was big and beefy. And then I always like the counter. It's just a free hit. But man, we're going back to the place I do not like whatsoever.
Ah, yes. Of course.
Listen, you get a good episode, your punishment is going to the arena. Because that's where we're going.
I don't mind it that much, actually. I enjoyed it.
I do not like that beefcake. That is not a thing that goes in a child's clubhouse, dog.
Jimmy's a pretty grown-up child. He's had to grow up a lot.
I think the beefcake will make him grow up even more.
Yes.
I don't like it.
That's how you grow up? Just expose yourself to just weird things that your childish brain can't understand?
Big pass. I don't want to hang out with Helga's blow-up doll.
That guy used to play bass for Helga and the Phantoms. You don't make fun of Chad.
Chad, indeed. These fights are actually pretty good because they can still wreck you. I took off Intimidating Stare.
So you don't get the first startled turn?
Right. I took it off just to see what would happen, and I almost get my butt kicked by this team.
Some of these fights were interesting, I remember. Oh boy.
This is a bad one. Because that super yes man will wreck your day.
Yeah, he will. 4-star super yes man.
Oof.
Oh boy, it's already begun. The party's begun.
This is what I get for talking about his beefcake.
Yeah, there he is.
Man. Oh, I hate this.
Who's got the counters? Kelga?
All of them. 25% to counter.
Okay.
That could have easily just wrecked our entire day.
I think you just blew through that with agility.
I got lucky. And poor Andrew died. This team will explode. It's not super fun.
Yeah, I just looked at this and was like, wait, that guy explodes. So does that guy. And that, oh man.
Nothing to it. There is one really good base fight in here. We're coming up on it. But they all die too quick before they get interesting. Yeah, that's the only thing is I felt the arena, people want to see the content in it, but it just, the RPG Maker combat system's not particularly deep.
Right. I like the way the fights are designed, though. They're good.
He definitely put a lot of thought into them, and you really don't see a lot of palette swaps, which is nice.
No, they're kind of just beefed up a bit.
I mean, that's like one of the sins of RPGs. You just go, okay, it's a different color. Enjoy your different enemy.
Yeah, it's the same thing, whether it's palette swapped or not.
Here's all the creepy spiders from Spider Town. I don't think I showed off Biter before. But yeah, there's that counter going off. Great thing to have.
Counter, well, that just eliminates an enemy entirely.
Yeah. But we're still strong enough to one-shot, because that Juggernaut combo is nuts.
That is pretty good.
Like, Jimmy's attack is in the thousands. This is the base fight that's really good.
Oh, no.
I mean, they're all gonna die. The key is to group take out the mice, because Mr. Darcy will drink these mice and get mad.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that once, and I didn't actually get the reference, so I wasn't prepared for it. I'm not a literary guy.
You know, I am a literary guy, but I don't know anything about English lit, so the reference is lost on me too.
Okay.
But if they had some old guy in a boat with a machine gun, I'd be all over it. I'm just saying.
Okay, so what's the theme on this one? Oh. Multiple attacks?
I guess so, or it's just, I completely spaced. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It looks like they're all setting up the hands to just go nuts.
Yeah. Everyone hates the flesh orb at this point in the game because of all its multiple attacks. But luckily, that counter's paying off, man. Almost done.
Goblin army.
I've tried real hard to hold this. No, I'm gonna do it. I got something for them to gobble. Sorry.
Get him.
I had to.
You gotta do it. It's your LP. You gotta do it.
You gotta do it. Rest in peace, sweet children.
Yes. Oh, almost.
So close. It's fine. Buck needs to feel strong. It's one of those things he needs. Otherwise, it's going to be another round of HGH and anabolic steroids. He's got a big heart, but it's not for feeling.
Yeah, I guess not.
Oh, what do you think? What do I think?
Do you think Buck has a HGH?
100%.
I mean, he was on mass for a bit. Got some real gains with that mass.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
That's not a pun. That's not a pun. You can't hate me for that.
That is totally a pun.
I don't do puns. That's how you know it's not a pun. Fuck puns.
Thank you. This is why you get to come back.
Yeah, that's right.
You're the only one who gets to come back that's not Catherine. Because everyone else tries to make puns. Yeah,
okay.
This fight can wreck you. Final arena fight. Yes.
You knew it was gonna happen.
Oh, I'm so happy. I've been waiting for them to come at me. And they are nasty. There is one key to this fight.
What's that?
You gotta do the same thing you did in all the other fights.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You gotta get that katana.
Gotta steal that knife.
It is the hardest item to steal in this game. It's got a base negative 50% chance to steal.
It's like a 2% normally. 1 or 2%.
Yeah, it is super hard to get from him. And then Dee Dee gets really strong, and Johnny actually has moves for once. I don't think he shows it off in this fight, but he does have a move that can one-shot you.
Oh wow, they have a ton of health apiece.
Oh yeah, they're monsters. Like, you need to be in the 90s to pull this off, otherwise it's going to be a really close fight. And even then, it's still a close fight. Nope. We're gonna get this.
Man, you got such a good chance on it compared to how I was doing it. I had to wait for that 1% to go off.
Oh no. That's rough.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a difference between streaming and LPing, and I feel like people come to stream to watch you, and they come to the LP to watch the game.
Got him.
Got him.
My katana!
My baby! Oh, we broke that poor baby's heart.
It keeps happening.
It had to be done. It had to be done.
It's good to hear Death Beach Volleyball game again. What the hell's the name of this song? Beach Volleyball Massacre.
Yeah. But yeah, part of the reason I go through overleveled is I've only got so much time in a given episode, so I try to cut it down to about 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. This is the big fight of the episode. Huh. I don't think anybody else is going to put up this much resistance.
Like, they are tough.
Does Johnny still do things after losing his katana? I don't remember.
He does not. He just sits there and cries.
Okay, so he still has that weakness.
He still has that weakness. Johnny, you gotta get rid of that attachment to material possessions.
If only he could fight barehanded, he'd be fine.
I mean, Dee Dee's right there to teach him.
Yeah, eventually, if Dee Dee, can put up with him.
I have faith. The only problem is Big Norman gets stronger every time through the power of positive thinking.
God damn it.
Like, he is taking some heat. Oh, that's not good. Like, if we didn't get that katana, we'd be dead. But I think they've got somewhere in the neighborhood of like 120,000 health total.
Between the three of them.
Yeah, between the three. And Johnny doesn't count because Johnny's like weak at this point.
That's pretty huge. I don't remember if I had trouble in this fight or not. I don't remember when I did it. I just remember being very excited to steal the katana. That's
all I wanted.
Yeah, really. No, I absolutely wanted this fight, and I got it, and I was happy.
Yeah, it really is a good exercise in good game design. He just does so much right.
Pretty good rewards for it, too.
That is not cheating.
Johnny, come on. We've been through this before.
You brought a sword to the fight. They brought bare hands. You cheated. Well, I guess we have weapons. The only thing is I've been pillaging the Dark Dungeon, otherwise I would have given Helga a chainsaw.
That's a weapon you can get from down there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But the problem is her messenger bag is way stronger than anything else.
Oh, is that the one that improves her healing?
Mm-mm. No, there's one that just makes her hit like a train.
Oh.
Oh, and they learned how to be good losers.
Jimmy became the champion.
I will miss them. They're the best.
Congratulations, champion.
Dog, thanks for hanging out with me, man. This is a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.